my last video, I share with you 3 different ways to go about finding new Google Business Profile clients in your business. And today I'm sharing even more. We are going to be covering 4 additional ways to go about finding Google Business Profile clients. So if you missed part 1, you'll definitely want to go back and see that, because I had some really good ideas that you very likely have not even considered doing just yet. So I'll link to that below in case you missed it. But these ideas are in no particular order, so you can watch this and go back and watch that afterwards. So let's go ahead and jump right in with these new opportunities. The first one is to set up Google Alerts so that you can be notified of new businesses that are opening. You see, whenever there are some new businesses that are opening, you always have the local media, blogs, or press releases that are being shared to announce the grand opening. So you're going to want to go into Google Alerts, and you can set alerts for some different phrases like grand opening and put your city or the location that you're targeting, or new restaurant for the city, or just opened with the location, now open, or Chamber of Commerce new members, or ribbon cutting. And then you can choose how often you get these alerts, and if you want to get them via RSS feed or emails. And that way you can choose if you are being notified immediately, so you can be one of the very first to actually reach out to these businesses as they are announced. Now, the second option is probably the most scary, and this is actually going in person. Now, the reason that I'm suggesting you actually talk to real people is because that's the way it used to be done. We would go in person, we would talk to people, we would go actually sit down in their office and have a conversation. And over the years, it's switched to everything being done over the phone, everything being done online, which is great. It's very effective. It works very well. However, if you really want to be able to stand out from all the other people that are ending up in their inbox or on their phone, is to actually just show up in person. And you can start by doing the easy ones. Think about the local businesses near you that you actually frequent and go talk to them, because you're already there, because you are their customer. So there's already going to be a level of trust there. There's already going to be an in. And because you are offering Google Business Profile services, this should be at the very front of your mind as you are talking to anyone that is out there. If you're going to your kids' activities, could they use Google Business Profile? If you're going in because you're shopping, or you're going in as a local customer, if you're calling these local businesses because you need to hire someone for your home, these give you opportunities to start having these conversations with people who are already showing up because you are the customer. I even had someone who showed up. They were actually buying something from me off of Facebook Marketplace. I was selling this big light fixture, but they came in and they started asking me about my backyard. Why? Because they're landscapers. But I didn't realize that at first. I forget how the conversation started to transition to that, but I started mentioning about work that I wanted to have done in my backyard. So they were like, well, hey, we do landscaping services. You want a quote? Should we take a look at this right now? And that transitioned to me saying, well, how are you getting customers? Is this how you're doing it? Or are you on Google Business Profile? So we're both there talking about our different services and how we can help each other. So when you're always looking for those opportunities, you're seeing everyone as potential business owners, you'll start to see some of these opportunities come up, and you can have those in-person conversations, which are so different than anything that you can do online. But if going in person is not something that you can do, or it sounds a little too scary to put yourself out there like that, you can stick to some online options as well. They still work. You just usually have to contact more businesses. And so one of the ways that I suggest that you do that is by looking for some weak profiles. So start out looking for some specific types of businesses in some specific cities. This could be near you or elsewhere. And then start by looking for some businesses who are maybe ranking in the 5th to 20th position. They're close enough where you could help boost them up into the top, but they're low enough where they're not really getting any leads coming in, and you can start to see the opportunities there. You can use the GMB Everywhere local scan feature that I talked about in a recent video to uncover some of the perfect opportunities to help them rank higher, to showcase that to them so that you can help them with their Google Business Profile. You can see how they don't have a system in place because they have low reviews. You can take a look at their website and you can see that they have not optimized it at all, which means if they're not optimizing their website, they're very likely not optimizing their their Google business profile. And these are easy wins for you. And lastly, another great option for really starting to establish some authority and also being able to build relationships and build trust with people before you've actually spoken to them is even starting a YouTube channel. These local YouTube channels do not have to be massive. You don't have to go viral. And with just a low number of subscribers, or really views, which is most important, is that you're going to be able to start demonstrating your knowledge, your expertise, the importance of Google Business Profile for a specific niche or for that specific industry that you want to target. So that when you have viewers who are on that channel, they are your target market, and you can start working to transition them from just being a viewer on YouTube and having them come over to your website and start making that connection with them. And if you're thinking, I don't have time to create all these videos, I don't know all these things that I would say, I totally get it, and something I can definitely help with. But you could even just produce shorts. You can just create these 1 to 2 minute clips that demonstrate your expertise. So as you use any of these other methods, you're going to have these business owners who are going to be able to come back and see your videos, see who you are, start to know, like, and trust you. And as you continue to follow up with them, you can turn them into a yes for your Google Business Profile services. So I hope this has given you even more ideas for bringing in new Google Business Profile clients into your business. Now it's up to you just to pick one, go all in with it, and just do it consistently, and you'll start seeing new clients coming into your business, and I can't wait to hear about it here. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one.